you, Phil.
We're coming for you, Philip.
He was so happy with us gone.
For you, buddy.
But he has been like, he's like whistling.
I'm walking on sunshine.
And then,
oh,
right
but
after
the thing
my
is,
tweet, bro. After my tweet, I was watching his show live. Bro, you could literally see him start to like just frown immediately.
Well, there was a little period of time where he wasn't actually doing the stroke mouth, frown, sadness, where he's like doing this fake performances, Philip, right? Where he's like pretending to be super positive and chill. What's going on?
I think our show's playing on my phone automatically.
What's going on,
what the
buddy?
fuck was that?
What is DSP is hacking this fucking show?
Kick is like automatically playing our show for everyone on their phones.
Whoa,
I was like, what the fuck is
buddy.
happening? Sorry, I'm sorry for interrupting. What was that? What were you saying?
Oh, I don't know. Like there was a period of time where Phil was like smiling, but the thing is, like the facade is cracking.
Oh yeah,
you know. It's like he's basically pretending to be a different person. Like when you watched his Call of Duty stream, he's like, it was like somebody pretending to be a live streamer. It's like somebody who watched like a generic Call of Duty live streamer and is then trying to emulate it. Yeah. It was strange. It was like if an alien species came down to the planet Earth and you gave them 3 hours to watch Twitch and then pretend to be a live streamer. That's what it was like. And so, I don't know, like, I know a lot of the detractors are seething about Phil making money and being successful or whatever, but I do find it interesting. I find it entertaining. It's something different where we now have this version of Phil that's under so much stress and so much strain because he has to pretend to be a different person than he actually is at all times, and he can't do it. It's like he's like holding his breath, and at any moment he's about to fucking explode. Like the steam is building up inside of him, and you can just tell, like when he's dying in Call of Duty, he wants to just freak out and be super negative and toxic, but he has to contain it for the new Asmongold people.
Now that you say that,
no. The inevitable crash out is coming. Okay, because the thing is, it doesn't matter how many people you put in front of Phil. We learned this lesson ourselves. We sent all y'all motherfuckers over there. We're like, big ups, DSP. We did exactly what Asmin's doing now, right?
Yeah.
And all of you fucking left. With the exception of a handful of dented individuals who actually were like, no, he is good. Everybody is like, this guy fucking stinks. He's boring as fuck. So ultimately, all of those guys are going to end up leaving. It's only a matter of time. But you know what? This is a real chance for Phil. This is Phil's moment to actually make it. Yeah. If Phil manages to stop begging, stop being toxic and negative and attacking his own audience and seething about the detractors and seething about us, he could actually make it. He could be a 30,000 view streamer.
It's already not working, bro.
He could be a multi-millionaire. This is his moment. This is his chance. And what's going to be funny is when he fucking squanders it. And then he's going to blame Asmongold. Asmongold didn't do enough. He didn't promote me enough. As though by Asmongold having him on for an interview, where Asmongold was passive-aggressive the whole time, dunking on him the whole time, bringing up the guy masturbating in like minute 2 of the interview. So like, you masturbated on stream, huh? Like doing all sorts of questions that he knew was leading Phil into a felt or a fail. But by Asmongold doing that interview, right, he has now agreed to be Phil's protector, savior, and promoter until the end of time. That's what Phil actually believes.
Yes!
He believes that every person who interacts with him online has a responsibility to put Phil's well-being above their own and promote him and make sure that Phil is financially successful for the rest of his life. Already, I know right well, Asmongold's inbox has 6 unread DMs. Already. hey, Sir Gold, when do you think I can come on again,
Yes,
Mr. Gold?
yes.
It's gonna be a straight up
even,
repeat of what's going on last year with us, though.
Even Asmin, like 2 days later, streamed. I caught it live, and he's just like, you could tell Asmin's already like, well, how do I know he was lying to me? Already like backpedaling, like, no, hang on, guys, listen.
Here's the thing about the whole situation, right? Because, you know, I said that Asmin was felted. He took the L. All the detractors, it's unanimous. Everybody's hating on Asmongold. But you have to consider, right, from Asmongold's point of view, DSP is just the funny guy who masturbated on stream, begs, and is bad at video games, right? He sees clips of Phil, he laughs at it, and he goes, what a fucking retard. And that's how he treated Phil, as a clown, as a lolcow. Phil thought that he was treated as an equal, but it was like listening to the ramblings of some guy that you don't really like at the workplace just to get through the interaction last 30 minutes or whatever. But Phil somehow thinks that he was like, oh, this guy really likes me. He really loves me or whatever.
But Ash,
it's fucking delusional.
It was with us. It was with Asmin. It was even with side scrollers for a little bit. But when you have Phil on, there's now this like implication that he's now your friend and you're working with him forever.
Yeah.
It's like, Phil, it was an interview. Welcome home. He says, welcome home.
But Asmongold laid the bait kind of for him where it's like, oh, we might bring you on a podcast.
Yeah.
So now Phil is going to hold on to that. He's going to be Sir Gold's co-host. He's going to have 20,000 live viewers. What Phil doesn't understand is that, say he was brought on as a panelist on an Asmongold podcast, do you think that like the OTK or whatever they're called, the crew that Asmin's going to bring in or whatever, do you think they're going to have respect for Phil?
No!
Or is he just going to be, he's going to be the whipping boy of that shit. So it's going to be the exact same shit as what he was doing with us or what he would be doing on LolCow Live or what he's just going to be the clown whipping boy of the fucking program until people get bored with him. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, people think it's going to be content. We thought it's going to be content. It's where we're going to be able to slot him into all these scenarios. And no,
it's boring.
Not. He just doesn't give any effort at all.
He just doesn't give a fuck. Did you watch him play Tormented Souls? So his views went from like 800 to like 250 by the end of the night. You could tell he's already sad, right? And then at one point he dies and he's just like, oh, the camera switched, so I died. And everyone in Raw Phil's chat was just like, the mask slips.
The mask slipping. I do find it, because honestly, it was starting to get really boring with Phil.
Yeah.
And a lot of our audience was like revolted. Now it's about watching to see if the mask slips.
Yes.
It's watching to see how long he can keep this performance going, this facade of being a totally normal guy that's just a positive game streamer who, you know, he's an underdog and he's fighting. What's crazy is he's going to start skinwalking Asmin. And he already has, how he skinwalked us. All this talk about Twitch and Dan Clancy and how he's based. And he's going to start echoing like Asmongold's political opinions, just like he did with us. It's crazy, dude. And he's gonna, as soon as he starts learning like Asmin's catchphrases and the stuff like that and memes from that community, he's gonna echo it himself. It's fucking crazy. Like Phil's mentality with this shit is full on like cargo cult, where he just imitates what he's seeing from the other people without understanding why it's actually successful.
Yeah.
So I kind of look forward to this situation. And what we have to remember too, with Phil getting all this money, he's already back on the WWE Champions leaderboard.
I saw that. Yeah.
We now have a segment. DSP buys it.
Oh,
is occurring right now. I hate to promote the other product, But Phil is doing a segment called DSP Buys.
He just buys. He wastes all the money he made.
So he made like $5,000 this week. He's already talking about I need a $2,000 monitor. He's getting $1,000 Herman chair, $1,000 desk. He's
secret lab desk,
the most elite controller he can fucking buy. New headphone. He bought a $200 controller. I knew he would do that.
Bro,
$200 controller. All this fucking shit. Like, the thing is, any dollar that goes into DSP's fingers or hand, it slips through.
Then there's taxes. And then there's taxes.
Are coming. The taxes are coming. The taxes are coming. And after the tax bill we racked up for him this year, the back taxes are compounding, buddy. The final boss of Darkside Phil, the IRS. Ain't nobody beating those motherfuckers.
I have to say this is the funniest thing, right? So, first day he makes like $2,000 or whatever, right? On the first stream, then $1,000.
So he made like, so this is one thing where Phil is claiming that he made more. Now, not that this really matters.
It doesn't matter.
But he claims that he made more on the Asmongold stream than he did on our day.
Bullshit.
But his first stream, I think he made $2,200.
Yes.
And then the second stream made $700 or $800.
$888.
So it's pretty much the exact same. I think it's fucking wild that we, as the Kino Casino crew, are able to generate a similar amount of dollars as Asmongold.
Let's go, boys.
Let's be real. If we were on the Asmongold show, going off about iDubbbz, going off about Hassan, telling everybody our base takes, we would make like $20,000 fucking dollars that day,
and retain more audience. Phil retained 100 guys.
This is the reality of the situation with Philip. He has no real crossover appeal at all. He's just boring as fuck.
Right, so he makes about 3,000-ish on the first day, right? And then he goes, guys, I've made it. No more goals. 2 days later, I'm watching him play Tormented Souls. Fucking super chats are slow. And he goes, listen, I don't have a goal, but when we reach 150, I'll still celebrate the arbitrary goal.
He does these sneak bags now where he'll go, we've got every type of support, but a tip. It's strange, guys. We have every sort of support out there, but a tip. Just trying to sneak bag it. And it's like, come on, bro. You already have like $400 up on the board there, fucking Philip. But it's not enough. He hungers for more and more and more. And so eventually, when it starts to slow down, oh, fuck, is there ever going to be a crash out and a half, buddy? But he like went off on the kick chat. This is when I knew it was like, listen, this redemption arc is not going to work out. Was when he fucking lost it at the kick chat, started seething at us and said that we were like a waste of oxygen on the planet. And I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, what do the Asmongold people think of this shit? Like, why does he keep mentioning us?
And the trolls in general, by the way.
Detractors, it's a really bad idea to mention us. Because then they'll go, Kino Casino. They'll pull up the DSP playlist and they'll start watching. And they'll be like, oh, that's why this guy's a fucking piece of shit. And that was one funny bit that Asmongold did do to Phil, was he searched DSP and went through and highlighted every single detractor channel. All it was like, oh yeah, there's Raw Phil. Yeah, he's stealing from you. Oh, there's Duty. Yeah, that guy, he's stealing from you. Huh? Phil's like, yeah, exactly. And he's getting they're all getting shouted out all the fucking time. And this is what's crazy, is that if Phil, honestly, and this is my advice to Phil if he wants this to work out, which he'll never take it. He's like, they only give me bad advice. If Phil stops talking about trolls, stops talking about detractors, stops talking about Kino Casino, stops giving people history lessons every day about 10 or 15-year-old lore that nobody except for the most diehard detractors gives a shit about, and actually just, I don't know, plays fucking video games,
no,
he might actually retain some of the audience.
I disagree.
You know,
he is so boring. Like, they're there to watch the drama. The moment he starts playing Pokemon, it's like,
and it's like, this is for special needs people and children. Yes. This is the problem. Is you watch this, it's like a children's entertainment.
Jade thrown under the bus.
Poor Jade.
Bye, Jade.
Throwing the whole old audience under the bus. Like, Jade starts getting ignored. I sad, Phil. Oh,
did you see about the Pokemon naming?
There are new people here. He puts it because he's ashamed, right? He's ashamed that his audience is actually special needs people in chairs, right? So he's like, listen, this is like when you get into the popular clique in school and you stop hanging out with your nerdy bros. You're just ashamed of the Dungeons and Dragons crew, the World of Warcraft crew. It's like, no, this aren't my friends. I don't know them. What do you mean, Phil? You don't know me.
Like, I saw, I think you may have seen this, but Jade, because you know how what used to happen was Jade would ask to name a Pokemon, and someone would donate for him to name the Pokemon. So Jade goes, "Can I name a Pokemon?" And Phil has like $800. And Phil's like, now listen, it wouldn't be fair to the people who are donating, Jade. I'm like, no,
he's such a piece of shit. But then he went on this whole rant about how his audience wouldn't support him playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and that now his new audience, he'll be able to play the games that he really wants. And it's like, imagine you're one of these whales that's been paying for Phil's life for years, and at the first moment he switches up on you and throws you under the bus like that. And he did the same thing last year when all our guys came in. Suddenly those dents weren't cool anymore. It's literally like poetry. It fucking rhymes like year over year. So I honestly, there's one of two ways this is gonna go. Either for Asmongold, you know, he's like, you know, those guys who go on safari to Africa to see the exotic animals or whatever. You know, for him, it's like he did that. He went on safari and he's good.
He has the binoculars with a stick on them, and he's like he's just smoking a pipe and having a tea, and like, oh, look at them.
And he's like, oh, good Lord, there. I think I've had enough of this African adventure safari. Or he's like us, and he's like, let me milk this motherfucker. So it's like, listen, we're going to farm this guy. We're going to come in with an appearance where we sneak this guy. We kind of shit on his shoes, but then we big ups him, say he's based or whatever. And then we got him on the hook. So then we can bring him in for more segments where we humiliate him and slowly escalate and see how much we can humiliate him. And let's remember, in Phil's world, like $5,000 is like, I won the lotto! Ah! Right? But in Asmongold's world, this is just charity. This is crumbs from his table. It's not even like a slice of pie, half a slice, quarter slice of pie. This is literally like 2 crumbs from the crust of it. And in Asmongold's mind, he's like, I've done a good deed. You know, I helped out this fucking retard. And this the thing is too, all these guys who came over there to watch Phil, they're all sympathy viewers who Phil told a sob story. The woke left deplatformed me at Twitch, and I'm actually based, and I would never stream there again. And these evil internet trolls have been oppressing me. So they're guys who go, oh, you poor thing. Let me come give you $5 or $10. But those are one time. Give it a few weeks and it will drop. There'll be a few whales that will continue on, but who knows? Maybe Phil will actually sort it out. And you know what? I'm rooting for Phil. I'm rooting for Phil to make it this time. And you gotta just think, man, all the opportunities this guy has had. And I know what some people see, because it's like, why does this stupid fucking piece of shit bastard get all these opportunities in life where he got in at the base level of YouTube, blew up to a massive level. He gets the Kino casino rub. Now he's getting the Asmongold rub. And people fucking seethe. But what it'll be when Phil finally lets even this opportunity slip through his fingers, there's no more excuses, bro. The biggest streamer in the world brought you on and promoted you to 1 million people. I'm pretty sure the clip on Asmongold's channel is almost 1 million. Yeah, it's over 1 million views.
Yeah.
So no longer can you say no one gave me a chance.
And he only brought in 100 people?
Yeah.
That's insane. Guys, look, I really, like, he's already squandering it. You want to know why? Because he has 3 types of podcast. The trolls, his past, and the trolls. That's all he has.
Seriously,
and the schedule. And the schedule.
And the schedule.
Yeah.
The schedule posting, and then he'll eat food. He'll eat food.
He's gonna.
So, I mean, honestly, it's interesting to see. It is interesting to see. He got the rub from the biggest streamer in the world. At this point, there's no excuses, Phil. You should honestly be bigger than us already, Phil. I don't know what to tell you, Phil. You better figure it out, bud. This is it, buddy.
By the way, real fast here.